I'm David Murphy, and I am aware I look like a cross between Harry Potter and Gok Wan. It's the glasses that do it, really. And I was out in a club a couple of weeks back, because as you can tell, that's my natural habitat. And I was there boogieing away. I don't normally go to clubs. Normally I like to sit at home alone on a Friday night, proving that Cocoa Pops and milk really do make a bowl full of fun. But I do like clubbing because it's an 8-letter word and it uses all my tiles on a triple word score. So that's 95 points to Gryffindor. Yeah, I was out in this club having a bit of a boogie. I do the green man off the traffic lights, with a bit of a wiggle. And this big, burly rugby bloke starts to sashay across the dance floor towards me. And I get a bit scared because I'm fully aware I look a bit gay and he's looking quite seductive. And he comes up right close and he grabs my glasses off my face, puts them on his face, then just shimmies away. And I stood there thinking, oh, I do believe I've just been mugged. But I didn't say anything because he was much bigger than me. And he turned back to me and he goes, how do I look? How do you look? How do you look? I don't know. I don't know how you look. You've stolen the one tool I possess. You can help me answer a question like, how do you look? Blurry is how you look. But of course I didn't say that because he was much bigger than me. I just sort of went... That was a traumatic walk home. I had to go to Specsavers the next day and get some new glasses. I was trying on different pairs, and there was a sign in the corner of the mirror that said, have you tried contact lenses? Which was Specsavers' way of saying, none of these suit you. As you can tell, I'm kind of a nervous and awkward guy, and recently I had to do something to try and calm me down and relax, and so I did something that most guys would do. There's a lot of guys in the audience, and it's nothing to be ashamed of. Most of you will have done this, possibly today. I went on a spa day. And it was it's quite a traumatic experience because I went into the room and the woman said, okay, if you'd like to lie down on the bed and stick your face in the hole, which I thought was a very threatening thing to say. But I did as I was told because she was bigger than me and lay down on this bed. And as I had my face in the hole, I realised that I had a bit of a cold, and gravity thought it'd be really funny to make a little bit of snot come out my nose and land on her foot. And I'm just stuck there looking at it. But she was very, very professional. She just wiped it away and carried on. She did this lovely thing where she pushed down my back. It was really nice. And I don't know how it happened, and I don't know why, but she pushed out a little fart. And it wasn't like a big, butch, manly fart. You, sir, in the front row, could you do an example of a big, butch, manly fart? No, apparently. Go on, give it another go.
I can't.
You should have seen his face, he just went... Oh, I'm not brave enough, I can't do it. Well, you know I'm coming to you next. Go on, show him up. I'm going to do the rest over here because that is not normal. That was very gassy, but lovely all the same. I did not do a big butch manly fart, which is more like, for future reference, you just can't do anything. I did what I like to call the accidental lady fart. That is when a girl does a little fart that she thinks is going to be silent. She thinks she can just blame it on a bloke. And then it makes a little cheeky noise right at the end. Like, even the fart knows that's not how it's supposed to go down. It's going like, oh, sorry! Yeah, I was a proud owner of one of those bad boys. But she was very professional in masseuse. She noticed, but she just carried on. And she goes, okay, just think back to a time when you were less stressed. What is it that made you stressed? And I thought about, have we got any couples in the room? No. You're going to have to cheer because I can't see a thing. So couples, give us a cheer. I still can't see where you are. I'm going to guess there's a couple in this direction. Yes, the ones that Ben picked on earlier. That'll do. How long have you guys been together? 3 years. 3 years. Oh, that's impressive. Oh, does she ever surprise you with anything?
Not far.
Not far. Oh, clever. Like anything nice though, a nice surprise. No. Glad to see that after 3 years the romance is still alive there, sir. My girlfriend used to be really, really good at surprises, and we went away on holiday together, just the two of us, to Crete. It was really nice, hot, sunny weather, lovely beaches and everything, and 2 days in, she did the most phenomenal surprise. She dumped me, and I didn't quite know what to do in that situation. I went to pack my bags, but then realised I can't afford to go home. So I went downstairs and I went on a jet ski for 3 hours. I rented it for 15 minutes. Part of me was trying to jet ski home, but then an hour and a half into the journey, I hadn't reached Greek mainland and realised I needed to go back towards a very, very angry looking Greek man, who when I got to the beach was like, "Hey, what are you doing with my jet ski?" Yeah, accents aren't great. I can only do Mario from Nintendo, so he's like, "Hey, what are you doing with my jet ski?" And what I wanted to do, because I was angry, was jump off the jet ski, go right up to him and go, "Here's 20 euros, I know it's not enough, but you're Greek, your currency means nothing anymore." But I look like this, so I rolled off the jet ski, I crawled onto the beach, and I cried at his feet, shouting at his shoes, because I was alone and shoes only come in pairs. But when I got back, one of my friends said to me, "If you could go back in time and change the way you reacted, because it was kind of silly, would you?" And I was like, "No, if I could go back in time, I would not go back to Crete. I would go back like 6 million years, or billion years. I'd go back 6 billion years and I would play Bruno Mars's Just the Way You Are to a bunch of apes, just to screw up evolution. Or I would go back and try and pass my biology A-level, because I sucked at biology. There was one lesson where she asked us to draw a reflex arc, and I didn't know what one of those was, so I drew Noah's Ark. And she came over and goes, "What's this?" "It's Noah's Ark," and she didn't get it. And she goes, "No, a reflex arc is a graph of people's reactions to different things." And I said, "Well, this was Noah's reaction to the flood," which she did not appreciate. Has anybody seen the TV show The Land Before Time? Yeah. So there's a Land Before Time fan club out the back there. It's a show about dinosaurs. It's kind of sad, but it's kind of cool. And in The Land Before Time, in the second episode, the main character says the line, "Hurry, it's getting late." So they should rename the show to The Land Where Time Exists, just in a much more vague capacity. Land Before Time fan club, that was for you. But the masseuse was just telling me, just calm down and just stop thinking, which was her way of saying stop talking about The Land Before Time. And so I tried to relax. She goes, "Lose track of your thoughts," which is a dangerous thing for a guy to do, because I lost track of my thoughts. And I don't know what I thought of, but this fella decides he wants to pop up and see what's going on. So I arch my bum, and she's pushing down, and I'm going, no, need the room now. Not all that much, but enough. And then she thinks it'd be hilarious to go, "Okay, Mr. Murphy, if you'd like to roll over and do the scalp massage." And I'm going, no. And then she offers me a blanket, so I roll over, make myself a little willy tent with my hands, everything's fine. And then we move on to the scalp massage. And I have a bit of a dent in my head. If you want to have a little feel, just there. There you go. Oh, you got a spot on. Brilliant. Do you want to have a little feel? I'm going to do you all. Oh, up a bit. It's like a really boring game of battleships. Just there you go. Yeah, I've got a fairly substantial crater in my head. Would you agree, guys? Yeah. Well, as we moved on to the scalp massage, I thought it would be really funny to pretend she did it. So she rubs over the dent, and I go, "Oh, what have you done?" And I look up at this poor woman's face. This poor woman. She thought she was going to have a normal day at work, and I showed up. I snotted on her foot. I farted in her face. She thinks she's broken my head. And worst of all, I seem aroused by the whole situation. Thank you very much. I've been David Murphy. Have a good night.